Hello there, welcome to Johnny Builds. I am your host, of course, Johnny, and as you can see, we have an old friend back. In fact, this is the one that started everything this past year, well, this whole year, I guess you could say. I'm holding on to him. I don't know if you can tell it's on the left side because I realized quite suddenly that he is extremely heavy right here. Like this, the head is extremely heavy, this part is extremely heavy. So I was adjusting the legs to get him kind of into a position so I can do this little challenge, I guess you could say. And unfortunately, he started to do a tumble. He started, I was adjusting the left side, and as you can see right now, there's a lot of weight right here. Like this all started to buckle a little bit. So I'm kind of guiding him a little bit right now, and in fact, as I do this, I'm probably going to hold on to him like here, just so nothing silly happens. It's not going to make for great viewing, so to speak, but you know, I'm going to be switching back and forth because this is you know, very interesting. Looking at the way the AT-AT moves and stuff is not conducive to Lego. Not with the amount of weight this thing has. So it's kind of hard to tell from this camera, but this leg is the most forward. right now, as is the one back here, and then these two are back. On the little camera, it almost looks straight, but I assure you it is not. So as you can see, it kind of wants to move over. It definitely wants to fall that way, and that's not good. But we're gonna give this a try, see how it works. So the cycle, what I did was I looked online at a couple different movement things, and they all move the same way. So like the two legs that are back, front one goes first, and the back one. And then this one would now be one of the back ones, and it moves forward, and then the other side moves forward. Kind of like an elephant. I've never really paid attention to how an elephant walks, and you can see the animation up in the corner of how that goes. So the one entire side goes, and then the other side. Now, I was under the assumption that it was kind of like every other, like it was staggered. So this one would move on, and then this one would move, you know. So yeah. So I was thinking it was a stagger thing. And so like these two would be kind of together and those two would be outside and stuff like that, and that's not how it moves. But be it as it may, we're going to give this a shot. We may have a colossal failure where this thing just falls down and breaks. Bye, Pixie. Oh, you're just coming over to lick me. Okay. It's interesting too because the whole thing of the AT-AT is, in order to do a full step, like this is the way I've seen all of them start, and when they land, like they're drop shipped in. Okay. Hi, Pixie. Good to see you. You might need to move. So we're gonna move the camera over here so you can see the whole thing. Come on, go. So when they're drop shipped in, they are in this position, so they can start moving right away. They don't like stand like straight, which is what I was assuming they would do. They start kind of in a ready to walk position. So this this is going to be interesting. I'm actually kind of nervous about this, just because I'm looking at where the leg is, and in fact I need to move this out, because it should be, and this one's barely on right now. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is not straight. Because it needs to be straight in order for it to go past each other. This whole thing is creaking. So I'm guessing that I don't have it quite positioned right. That's a little better, actually. This leg's kind of just like hanging out here, so I'm going to use this to kind of get it a little bit more in position. I'm going to move this back. And this is the only way to do this. I have to use the tool to get in here and hit the little thing. Oop, that's the other way. There we go. Okay, so that one's almost straight now. Hi, Greg. How you doing? Good to see you. As you can see, I'm dealing with a monstrosity, and I'm trying to make it walk. And it's going to take some time. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a colossal crash or what's going to happen, but we're going to find out. It's going to be glorious. So I'm going to start moving these things in the pattern they're supposed to, and it's going to be interesting because there's 8 articulates. So this moves and this moves on each leg. And so as this one moves forward, so this has to pick up enough that it can swing forward. And these don't actually pick up like feet do. They kind of slide along. They don't, and they actually have a floating base here, so they can do that, which is cool. But we're gonna give this a shot. I'm gonna actually move over a little bit and hold on to decide, because again, yeah, that's essentially what's happening right now, because the legs are the weakest point on this whole thing. So we're gonna give this a shot, and like I said, you can see the animation up top in the order that the legs are supposed to go, but as they go, so like as each leg goes and moves forward, the entire thing is continuing to move forward. So all the legs are kind of slowly shifting back in order to compensate. And I never even thought about this. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. So we're going to see how long this takes. Again, whether we have a colossal fail or, you know, who knows. So here we go with the timer. 3, 2, 1, going. All right, so we are off. So this one is the first to move forward, and like I said, I'm holding on over here. Hi, Pixie. Making sure everything is together, and I made that fall off. That was my fault. Off to a rip-roaring start. I'll have to put that piece back on later. It has a guide, but I accidentally pushed in on it, so. Alright, so definitely rip-roaring start. So, we're gonna have to, there's some support here, but there's not that much because everything is on this leg here, which kind of is actually how it's supposed to work. So we're gonna lift this up a bit. I'm gonna hold on for dear life and see what happens. This thing is heavy. Because it is lifting up, okay. You can see it moving forward a bit. There we go. Ooh. There's now barely any weight on the front here. Yeah, it's definitely very top heavy. So I definitely want to do these front ones first and make sure I'm holding on. Alright, there's no weight there. It's lifted up. You can see this leg moves on its own. Wow, that is a lot of weight. Alright, here we go. We're gonna shove this guy forward. If I can get it in here. There we go. Okay, foot is stuck. I'm gonna have to lift it up even more. Wow, this is tiring already, I can tell. Alright, lifting the leg even further. Okay. Alright, here we go. Good, 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 good. Alright, moving forward. Toe is stuck. Gonna have to lift it even more. Wow. In order to swing it through, I'm gonna have to lift it all the way up. If it almost seems like. There we go. Okay. Ah, perfect. Alright, we're gonna swing through here and straighten it out. Now I'm gonna run into, because all the weight is here, I'm gonna run into that. Okay. There we go. My arm is getting very tired. I knew it was going to be like front heavy, so to speak. I didn't realize it was going to be this front heavy. I can't get the tool in there. Come on. Woo! For the AT-AT, do they have a light kit for the AT-AT? Oh, there we go. It was too high. There we go. Okay, so leg coming down. Okay, so we're gonna get some weight on that front. Okay, so it's shifting a bit. I didn't realize they've done one of those yet, so Alright, so while that's moving forward, that leg has moved forward a good bit. This one should be going forward, but in order to do that, we have to move these ones back a bit so that they can get ready to cycle through. There we go. Okay. This is, like I said, this is more complicated than I realized. All right, let's get weight on this foot now. There we go. Okay, better. Better. So these legs, these should almost be straight. This one, okay. So this will be interesting to see what it does whenever I shift. Okay. So we're good. We're pretty good. That first lift was pretty bad. I'm making sure everything is still solid here. Okay. This one I'm gonna shift back a little bit. Again, if I can find where there it is. There we go. Leg shifting back. The back right. Okay. So as I lift this leg up, oh, that'll be cool. If you can get that, that would be amazing. Okay, so now this one is ready to move, and they are fine. They are away from each other, which is good. This one I had a little issue because of the weight. So it's actually pretty good. I don't want it to suddenly shift on me though. So come up here. Yeah, he's already leaning this way, so I'm gonna have to pull this back just a bit. He's a little too far. There we go. And straighten this out. Definitely is creaky. Okay, there we go. Alright, good. Alright, so hand shifted to the front. And now I gotta get the tool in here. The tool is a little bit of annoyance. Alright. So everything's kind of locked in. Good. So now we're gonna do, I'm holding on to here, we're gonna do this back leg. I have to get in from the front and lift it up. And we're already at 7.5 minutes and I've only taken one step. That's great. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. It's going to start shifting the weight. That little side piece came off. That's alright. Alright, so as that's going, alright, the weight is definitely shifting on this. A little bit more towards the back, which is fine. Alright, we have liftoff. Leg is up in the air. Almost. There we go. I know it's hard to see with my arms in the way. I'll move that. There we go. Whew. Funny thing is, like, they had an easier time doing this than I'm having. Oh, the gear itself is slipping. Alright. Or I think that's as far as I can go. Alright. So, we'll lift it up. Yeah, I have them slightly bent too because that's the way it works best, but I'm trying to make it so that it does the walk. So that's what it looks like so far. This leg is what's being moved. find where the hole is. There we go. Definitely have to help it. There we go. Because again, the way the weight distribution is and stuff, it's definitely heavy. Okay, so trying to move him forward. That should be almost where we need to be. Actually, it is where we need to be. And then this needs to straighten out, because normally it. So let's do this. I'm gonna slowly move it forward as we go. Straighten it out. Shift it forward because that's where it should be. And as we're doing that, so as we're doing that, these should be going backwards. You notice everything shifted forward a bit. There we go. See that? Okay, everything is moving. And Luke fell off. No! Our intrepid hero has fallen. You just stay out of the way for now. Yes, actually, the reason why I'm not really doing any set today or next week is because I am waiting and eagerly anticipating the arrival of Bowser, because that's what I'll be doing. He'll be coming first week in October, and I hope to have him for that very first episode that I do of this in October. So yeah, so I am eagerly awaiting that, definitely. Alright, so we've shifted forward, straightening the leg out. Go. There we go. Alright, good. Perfect. Alright, so that's where it should be. So, yeah, we're halfway there. We've taken a half a step because these have shifted forward. Alright, so far not awful. Now, one of the things here that's interesting about, and I was looking at, again, you can't see it in the animation, but one of the things that's interesting is these parts here of the AT-AT, that's hidden, they're like little shock absorbers. They kind of move and flex and go down, and they don't do that in this model. So you don't have some of the extra little give and stuff like that. You kind of got to make it happen on your own. All right, let's straighten him out. Everything creaks. There we go. Okay. I'm going to straighten his head a bit. I don't think that's going to matter in the whole scheme of things, but yeah, I am looking forward to Bowser. I'm going to start building him as soon as I get him. Should get him that, you know, in time for my next stream, or not next week, but the week after. So, but yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. All right, halfway there, and it's only been 13 minutes. Hopefully, this next part goes a little bit faster. Yes, they are. Absolutely, they are. The legs here are the way they just designed everything with this. It was such a fun build to do, and they are absolutely fantastic. All right, my arms have had a chance to. Now I'll be doing this side. So, whoop! I'm hearing it creak, and I'm going the wrong way anyway. So I need to lift the leg. Hi, you are? Well, that's nice. You may see a tumble if you're watching. Here we go, because I am moving the AT-AT. And yeah, it's heavy. But But thank you for stopping by. Okay, so everything's kind of shifted over this way, which I'm fine with because I'm lifting this leg. So I'm moving it in the sense that I'm trying to see how long it takes me to make it walk a step. Like one full step using the tool and everything. All right, here we go. Like, oh jeez. So yeah, I'm testing to see if it can actually be done. And so far it can be, but it is very difficult to do because of how heavy it is. All right, that's all we're gonna get. I'm losing those side pieces just because I need places to have my hand hold on to. Okay, shifting the leg forward. Okay, it's gonna have to be lifted up a little bit more. It does not want to, so, all right, I'm gonna have to help force it, I guess. Okay, sliding forward slowly. There we go. It's almost there. You go back on here. Somewhere. Ah, it's this one again. Well, this is part of building with Legos. Part of building with Legos is playing with them, and today is play day. Or in this case, it's actually work because it's not easy to do this. Okay, so now the leg is lifted up a little bit more. Okay, that should be enough. Slide it forward. And now we're going to shift this. Straighten it out. There we go. Okay. Okay, the front is supported again. This is going to start... Oh, jeez. I am so discombobulated right now with my legs. Alright, so this is going to start moving backwards. Both of these are. So they're going to start to straighten up a bit. This all has to be done. This all moves at the same time, so... Swarm of snow speeders come out of nowhere. And I would get wrapped up along with the AT-AT. That's what would happen. Dang nabbit. You know, this thing is a play set, but at the same time it's not, because of how they have some of the things on here. Okay, these are shifting. The whole thing is. Alright. In the same token, this thing is sliding forward, so that leg is almost straight actually. I'm not even going to have to move it, but it should be back here. So, alright. So these two should be straight. And this is where I run into trouble. Because the whole thing wants to go back to the right. Okay. So, that's moving backwards. Helping it to stand a bit. This one is ready to move now. This one's cycling backwards slowly. Okay, crank it up. It's bending. Okay. I mean, this thing, since I built it, it hasn't moved. Like, I haven't shifted it. I haven't done anything to it. So it's, look at that. Okay, that's all the further it is going to go. Okay. So there's been a lot of weight on this thing. Oh, look at that. The rear two legs have no problem sliding. All right, now we're going to straighten it out. Yeah, the rear two legs have no problem. All right, now this is going to need to shift forward. These are going to move backwards. Which way is this going? Okay, good. Yeah, snow speeders came out of nowhere. I would be toast. Okay, whole thing is, again, heavy to the, for some reason it's heavy to the far side. I don't know why. Probably because, because these are straight up, so they're kind of leaning it over. Gotta make sure I twist this thing the right way. And actually I gotta find my gear. I think I'm doing it on the wrong side. There we go. Of course it's so heavy I can't shift it. There we go. Okay. Alright, that leg's moving back. There we go. A little bit better. And this has to shift more. Oh. Feeling it shift. There we go. Alright. Oh. Alright, so, and, hold on. I think I'm done. I think I moved it as far as it is I'm going to do it. So, as far as I'm willing to do it, I guess you could say. So, in 21 minutes, with some grunting and effort and all that fun stuff, the AT-AT moved one step. So from where it was, it shifted forward. It doesn't look like that, but this leg back here was further back. So it was back over here in the corner. So it did all move forward just a little bit. Actually, it should be like there. Yeah. All right, so this leg needs to support things just a little bit. Come on. There we go. All right. Now, that's better. All right. So, yeah. So 21 minutes. Robot camels. Yeah. It's pretty stable right now. So, we're going to leave that there. Yeah. So, shortened episode tonight, but I wanted to see if this could be done. In fact, I bet you okay, there we go. It's settled better now. The balance of this thing is precarious. It is so difficult. Yeah. But it happened. We got it. Poor Luke fell. He didn't make it. But yeah, it's the people at ILM, whenever they were doing the actual models and stuff, I mean, like, they're doing stop motion and animation and stuff like that. They had an easier time doing that, doing this than I did. This was, I mean, with the tool, it's way harder, but it's the only way to get these joints to move. Yeah. So, and things were kind of wanting to fall apart and stuff like that because I was putting a lot of strain on these things. The amount of weight of this thing is insane. Still very cool, very awesome, but that was neat. Very precarious. So That's all for tonight because I didn't know how long this was going to take. But yeah, the that was pretty neat. It was fun to do though. Something I've never tried before. Now the funny thing is I have the motorized one, and it has no problem moving on its own. Of course, it's a lot smaller, a lot lighter, and so it can do those things. The way I normally have this done, or at least the way I've had this sitting, is these two legs go outside, and then these two go inside. And it seems to stay that way pretty well. I probably need to adjust it a little bit more in order to make sure it's staying solid the way it should. But yeah, it was something to try, something fun. Adjust this one a little bit more. Just so it has a little, there we go. A little bit more support. That actually looks cooler than I had it before. It's pushing up a bit, so it's allowing some of the weight to settle this way, backwards, and that's keeping it a little bit more stable. I'm actually liking that a lot. It'll go for display really good once I put the couple pieces that I knocked off back on. So, thanks a lot, everyone, for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. And next week we're going to actually build... Ooh, I can pull that out. Hold on. Where is it? If I could find where I put it, it's hiding. I'm going to actually build Aunt Beru's little thing and another little thing to get started, or just for the fun of it, since next week is going to be, you know, a short week before Bowser happens, and you know, I'm really excited, looking forward to that. So, yeah, again, thanks for stopping by, and see you next week. Have a good one.